Well, hello everybody. This is Dr. Dick from Columbus, Ohio, and you are listening to our CTFO Rockstar Team training for December the 15th, 2019. If you're new to CTFO, it is a nutritional products and wellness company. It was founded by these three guys that you see on your screen if you're watching online: Steve and Stuart Finger and Michael Kahn. I've known Stu and Michael for 10 years now. Great guys. I just met Steve a few months ago. Another great guy. What I love about these guys is their integrity and their transparency. If they say it, you can count on it, all right? They are paid as distributors just like everybody else. They receive no corporate bonuses or salaries. Well, I am able to report a good bit of our weekly progress. We signed up 138 new members this week. 12 came in for free by mail from a postcard or a flyer or an ad. Okay. Our 31-day team sales volume, $88,940. We'll talk more about that in a minute in terms of how you can see yours. I'm still not able to see weekly team sales volume. That's coming. I am able to see total members, 33,640. Of course, a lot of those folks came in, never did anything, but they're still there. They can come back anytime they want, and they should. Postal Profit System, our mass mailing letter system, we mailed out, I don't think that's right. I think the right number is 39 info packs, not 396. We did have 2 auto-ship sign-ups, including one person from the new info pack who signed up for our 10X Pure Ultimate Vitamins and Mineral Formula. And so that's one of the 3 options now. That's exciting that somebody is responding to our newest set of options. We did send out 125 follow-up letters. Well, what's happening this week? We do have some new reports that you can see in your back office. If you go to genealogy and click on personals, you can see your personals. And if you actually go and click on group volume, the people with the most group volume will come to the top. You can actually copy and paste down as far as, you know, somebody actually has group volume, paste that into an Excel spreadsheet, and you can add it up and you can get your 31-day TSV. That's how I got mine. On the home page, it gives you your total number of members, both including PSPs and not including PSPs. So the number that I report to you, the 33,000 and whatever it was, does not include PSPs. That's 33,000 actual, mostly real people. There may be some fake people in there, I don't know. But we're slowly getting reports. The priority this week, of course, was paying out rank bonuses. I'm going to get back to that in a minute. The December newsletter is finally underway now that I have some information, not everything I wanted, but I'm going to go ahead and put that out this week. It may go out as soon as tomorrow because it's number 1 priority for me to complete today. Well, number 2. The number 1 priority is to get all my Christmas cards and gifts out to my grandkids. but it's number 2, okay? Rank bonuses were paid this past Wednesday. If you got to a 5K, 10K, 15K, 20K rank for the first time, and you qualified under the 60% rule, you got paid a rank bonus. If you went up 2 ranks, you got paid both rank bonuses. Okay, I know one of my 10Ks told me he got $1,000 this week for his rank bonus, in addition to the other money that he made. If you achieved a new rank for the first time, 5, 10, 15K, and you didn't get a rank bonus, it's likely the reason is that you didn't qualify under the 60% rule, which says that no more than 60% of your volume can come from a single leg. If you have some issue with that, and you think that you got skipped incorrectly, you're welcome to call customer support. They can tell you exactly, why you did or did not qualify. The other thing you can do is do what I talked about up on the first bullet. Go pull down your personally enrolled and sort them by group volume. Copy and paste that onto a spreadsheet. You can see very clearly how much volume is in every leg, okay? Because every person that you personally enrolled is a leg, okay? So it's very easy to see whether you qualify under that 60% rule. Well, let's look ahead a little bit to 2020. We're almost there. Be there in a couple of weeks. What's going to happen? Number one, I think we'll have most of the rest of the reports. We'll be able to see our weekly TSV. We'll be able, I hope I'll be able to download my entire organization. Technically I can do it now. It's just that I have to copy and paste, and the only thing that has the entire organization in it is I can't remember which presentation it is, but yeah, it has all 55,000 or so rows, but I can only download 200 at a time, and I'm not going to go download 200 rows at a time until I get to 55,000 people, and then eliminate all of the PSPs and all of that. That's a little bit much. So I want a way that I can just click on a button and download that. There is at least one place, and I can't remember, it may be the personals, but you can just download the whole thing by clicking on a button. That's what I'm looking for. But anyway, all those reports should be pretty much cleaned up by early January, and we can move on to what is going to be a record year. Now, we had a record November, December because, number one, we introduced the Business Builder Packs on December the 9th. We had a Black Friday sale in late November, Friday after Thanksgiving. And then we had a Cyber Monday sale, which is on December the 2nd, I believe. And all of that resulted in record sales, not only for the company, but also for our group. That's how I qualified as a 100K Executive Vice President for the first time. The bad news is as soon as we got to December the 9th, all the volume from November the 9th went away, and so I dropped down. That's why my TSV is only $88,000. It still has the Black Friday and Cyber Monday in there, and it will for another week or two, but obviously we have to keep pressing on. And pressing on is exactly what I intend to do in 2020. I will continue to mail out as many postcards as I possibly can. I will continue to mail out Postal Profit System invitation letters whenever I can. I'm looking at doing about 1,000 letters a month. Jay has actually automated the system further. I am not using that new automated system yet. I've got to learn how to use it. But we're gearing up for literally thousands of responses per day. Okay, if you're not using that system, you need to take a hard look at it, because let me tell you, that's going to really cook in 2020. And then I expect by the end of the first quarter, or somewhere around that time frame, I will have a new high quality source for clicks. If you want to buy clicks and send them to any of your websites, one of the challenges is how to buy quality targeted traffic. I will have a way to do that in, I hope, the first quarter of 2020. I don't have an exact date on that because it's out of my control, but as soon as I do, I will make that source available to anybody who wants to use it. So all the challenges, or at least most of them, are behind us. We should be able to sell CBD products in Canada early in 2020. Not quite there yet, but we can certainly sell our non-CBD products like our keto shakes and our keto creamer. We have our sampling system available now. You should be using that, especially with friends and family. If they've resisted your discussions with them about CBD, send them a creamer sample. That stuff is fantastic. They will fall in love with it, and they'll want to get some more, and they'll want to get it from you. Okay? So the sampling system, the keto creamer, is just going crazy. I'm losing weight on it. If you saw my post on the Legacy Team Facebook page, I've lost 20 pounds since Connecticut using the keto shakes and the keto creamer. So we're not just a CBD company. We're not going to always be just a CBD company. We have great weight loss products now. We have a multivitamin and mineral supplement that is more absorbable than anything that is on the market. So 2020 is going to be a huge year. If you want to participate in that, you need to jump on board now and get going. Well, I want to remind you that on Tuesday evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern, the company conducts a corporate webinar. You can go to ctfowebinar.com at 9 p.m. on Tuesday evenings, 9 p.m. Eastern, that is, and watch the webinar live, or you can join by phone at 669-900-6833. I highly recommend that you always tune into those calls or the webinar, because some really valuable information is given to you about what's happening, what the company is doing, what This past week, there was a whole webinar on the sampling system. Fantastic information. Also, Mike Swilling's Legacy Team call is at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Thursday evenings. The number to call there is 319-527-2973. If you're promoting by word of mouth or face-to-face recruiting, we used to call it, Mike is the guy you want to listen to. He is my personal enroller. He is the #1 distributor in the entire company. Yes, even more than Stuart and Michael and Steve. But Mike is the guy you want to listen to if you want to know how to build face-to-face, the classic way, I guess you would call it. Well, how do you build a CTFO business? I assume if you're listening to this and watching this, you want to build a business. You don't just want to be a customer. If you want to just be a customer, that's fine. We're happy to have you. Order all you want, as much as you want, as often as you want, okay? But if you want to build a business, there are only really 3 things you need to do. #1, be an active member. What does active mean? Basically, it means you have purchased $47.47 or more in product during the last 31 days. Well, the easy way to always be active is to get on auto ship for any one $47.47 product or higher, okay? We have a number of products that are exactly $47. The new 10X Pure Ultimate Vitamin is that way. The Super 7, a 300 or more milligram CBD oil qualifies, and obviously you can buy 2 packs of the keto creamer or a 2-pack of the keto shake, and they qualify. There are a lot of ways you can qualify to be an active member. We have now more than 150 products and product combinations. Anybody can find one of those that they would be happy to buy every month. And if you're really serious about building a business, you must be, in my opinion, a product of the product. #2, you must advertise your business. You must recruit new members, okay? We have a number of ways you can advertise. We have 2 postcard systems and a mass mailing letter system. So direct mail is one of the ways we advertise. In this group, you have access to those systems that other people in other groups do not have access to. You can advertise your business through print ads. You can advertise your business online through online ads, okay? You can advertise your business on social media if you know how to do that. You can advertise your business by word of mouth, by just talking to people, sending them to your website, telling them about your results from the products you are using because you are an active member. So, #3, though, is just as important as 1 and 2. Follow up with your new members. Okay, you want them to do 1 and 2, all right, so your business will grow. Well, how do you follow up with your new members? The company sends you an email every time you get a sign-up, and that is working now, okay? It gives you that person's name, mailing address, phone, and email if they have one, okay? Anybody will tell you that 95+% of emails never even get opened, much less answered. Phone calls in the world of spam calling left and right do not get answered. At best, you'll get voicemail, okay? A lot of people don't respond to even voicemails from somebody they don't know. Okay, here's what everybody does, though. Everybody opens their mail, all right? So that's why we have a welcome letter that you can mail using postal mail to every new member you sign up. If you want a copy of the welcome letter with your information on it, shoot me an email and say, hey, I'm Joe Smith. My username is this. My ID is this. I need that information in order to set up your welcome letter, and I'll email you a master copy PDF of your welcome letter, and you can use it, print it out, and use it as many times as you want. Then you just rinse and repeat, right? Steps 1, 2, 3, until you have at least 7 levels of active members. If you do that, you'll be making so much money you won't believe it. Well, why do we use direct mail anyway? Well, first of all, I'm not the kind of person who likes to call people on the phone, especially people I don't know. So I've always been attracted to direct mail as a way to approach people I don't know. Okay? It allows you and your entire team to approach people you don't know. Now, of course, you should always contact your warm market first. Those are people you do know, friends and family. You can enroll your spouse, your adult children, your mother, your father, your sisters and brothers, your cousins, your aunts and uncles. Enroll those people for free. Some of them will become customers. Some of them will not do anything. Some of them may actually want to help you build a business with you. Okay? But start with that. That's sort of your base. Start with your warm market. Some of them will blow you off and say no and all that kind of stuff. Just ignore that. But go through your warm market as fast as you can. Then expand to the cold market. Any of your warm market members who signed up can use our direct mail systems to build their business as well as yours, because they're on your team. Well, the third reason we use direct mail is anybody can mail a letter or a postcard with absolutely no training. Well, almost no training. Sometimes we have to remind people that, you know, the label goes here. You have to put your ID or your username here. Use postcard stamps, not first-class letter stamps. Don't pay 55 cents when you can pay 35, all that kind of stuff, but basically no training. And because you can mail a letter or a postcard with no training, guess what? Direct mail is duplicatable. You don't have to send your new people to some weekend course or boot camp to learn how to mail a postcard or a letter, okay? Because it's duplicatable, that means you're going to get lots of leverage, all right? In other words, increases in your business based on the work of other people, all right? That's what a mailing system is all about. It's not just about how many people you can bring in. It's about getting that leverage and how many mailers you can get. The more mailers you have, the more your group is going to grow. Yes, direct mail works for everybody except those who quit mailing. All right? If you want to use direct mail, you must be a consistent mailer. You must mail a certain number of postcards every week. Decide what your budget is, your advertising budget, okay? On the average, it will, and if you're using our postcard systems, it will cost you about 50 cents per card. So figure out, okay, if your weekly budget is $50, then you can afford to mail 100 postcards a week. But figure out what your budget is, stick to your budget. Don't spend your life savings. Don't take food off your table. Nobody's asking you to do that. We're just saying be consistent in your mailing. That's what makes it work, okay? And then when you start getting people mailing with you, you're going to be amazed at how fast it will grow. Well, I do have a little story this week. It's kind of a funny story. Whoa, somehow I went backwards there. It's kind of a funny story. For a long time, I've been printing labels and of course, sending them out with the postcards. And one of the frustrations has been that sometimes the address on the label tends to smudge a little bit. And so I can tell when I get Nixies back, sometimes the address is almost completely rubbed off. That's very frustrating to me. I'm sure it's equally frustrating to you. I noticed that one of my members was doing something interesting. He was putting a piece of clear tape over his labels and then mailing them out so that the address didn't smudge. I thought, well, that's a cool idea. So I started doing that with my postcards, and I discovered how much work it is to put tape on every label. So then I said, well, this is sure a lot of work. There's got to be some better solution than this. So I sent an email to my buddy Rob Martz, who's the CEO of Smart's Marketing. The labels that I get for his postcards are always nice and crisp, and they don't rub off or anything. I said, Rob, what kind of printer are you using? So Rob sends me back an email, and he says, oh, I'm using a Xerox something press. Well, I Googled that, and it's a huge printing press. It costs about $20,000. So I said, well, that's not a good solution. So then I used my friend, Mr. Google, all right, and I said, how can I keep the labels I'm printing with my Canon printer from smudging? And lo and behold, I go in there, I find out that there is when you print, you can actually tell it you're printing labels, and it prints them so that they don't smudge. Okay. And I had what I call a Homer Simpson moment. I hit my forehead and said, "Doh." Okay. So now I'm printing out great labels. If you're getting labels and cards from me and you've been frustrated like I have, because I send out a lot of postcards, you don't have to worry about that anymore, because I've learned how to print them without having any smudges on them. That's my story. Hope you're all going to have a great holiday. Have a fantastic week. Dr. Dick signing off.